What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 3 battle for the BBR. Today we are facing off against the Columbus Swoo and their coach, Rupdat. Make sure to go and check him out, guys, because he is a phenomenal player. Was a semi-finalist in the IBL. He actually lost to the eventual champion, just like I did, unfortunately. Sad face, cry, I know. I'm so disappointed about that loss, but it is what it is. And last time we faced off against Ruppy, we kind of played a little bit of a meme-ish game. I swept him with weakness policy, not weakness policy, stored power, Vaporeon. Yeah, I honestly don't know how that happened, but basically, bam, a Tom Pass in your leagues, that's the only reason why that was allowed to be a thing. But regardless, he's a very strong player with a very cool team. A lot of the people that were in the draft stream of CBAD's draft stream, for the BBR, we're looking at this team saying like, wow, this is honestly incredible, and it is a very scary team. I do find that my team can handle it decently well. I feel like there are a couple mons that are a little bit awkward. I feel like the combination of Rillaboom plus T-Tar is a little bit iffy. I get why it's there, because, I mean, T-Tar doesn't have recovery. It also helps it out with its ground weakness. Same thing with Magnezone, and Hatterene also gets recovery as well, which is nice. Tentacruel, same thing. But I feel like he's so reliant on the terrain that it really takes away a little bit from his team. And like without it, honestly, or if it gets like mitigated, his team is a lot less threatening. So I am going to kind of hopefully get a win this week. Obviously, we are hoping for that to move to 2-1. We had a really solid week last week against Mid and his Kentucky Torcast. If you guys missed that, make sure to go back and check it out. And at the same time, guys, if you are not currently subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? We are putting out amazing content every single week. We're going to have the IBL starting up again. We already have BBR and GDL. We got BBL on Fridays as well. 4 straight days of uploads. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then on Wednesdays, we got our GMAX series. We have a guest on every single week to talk about one specific GMAX Pokemon. So that's 5 uploads a week for you guys. That's absolutely nuts. You guys better be subscribed. And yeah, just go ahead and jump into it. So looking at the roster that he has, I am very scared of the Rillaboom. I'm scared of Hawlucha. I'm scared of the Tentacruel, and I'm scared of the Hatterene as well. Those are the biggest mons that are kind of threatening to me. I get that Mamoswine kind of shits on all of them pretty easily, but Mamoswine doesn't outspeed 3 of them, which is not a good thing. I definitely think he'll have enough speed on his Tentacruel for my Mamoswine, and even though I do have high horsepower on it, I do have to be very careful. One thing that I really like about my matchup this week is my Urshifu kind of just goes in. Yes, he has a Druddigon, which can definitely be running Rough Skin with Rocky Helmet, and I do have Surging Strikes, and I'll be basically getting O-Code from that. But at the end of the day, there's an item called Protective Pads that exists, and I think I will be running it this week. Looking at the rest of it, I do feel like my Cinderace is very incredible this matchup. It really is weak to Hawlucha, but it outspeeds everything else and has super effective coverage or really solid coverage for it, which is kind of all you really need. So I'm kind of excited for that. I think Cinderace can be a very strong Pokemon for us. Other than that, Copperajah is decent, Gardevoir is decent, PZ is decent. There's a lot of mons that are just decent. I don't feel like my matchup kind of like blows him out of the water at all. I don't feel like his matchup blows me out of the water either. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it with our first Pokemon, and that first Pokemon is going to be our Urshifu here. Now, Urshifu is amazing this matchup. Thunder Punch with Drain Punch and Surging Strikes is absolutely incredible, with Bulk Up for bulking up my attack and my defense. With the Protective Pads, we are not affected by Rough Skin or Rocky Helmet, which is absolutely incredible because I do feel like the Druddigon is going to be his answer. So I can Surging Strikes that, won't take any damage. I can then switch out, go into something else to kind of deal with the Druddigon a little bit better, because that thing will want to go for Glare, will want to go for Rocks, and I can't really have this Pokemon getting glared. It is just not in my best interest. So let's talk about what it does with its spread, because the spread is kind of important here. With this spread, we have speed for Rillaboom. That basically means he has to go for Grassy Glide to get the KO on me, and where we're at +1, I believe we actually take a Grassy Glide from the Rillaboom. We have Protective Pads, like I said, for Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, and then with our HP and defense, we take an Adamant Neutral Acrobatics from Hawlucha. So, for example, if he switches in, I'm at max HP, and he goes for Acrobatics, we'll live the hit, which is absolutely amazing, and then Thunder Punch or Surging Strikes will get the job done, getting rid of that Pokemon for us, which is absolutely incredible. And even better, if he tries to set up on us, perfect. Thunder Punch, Surging Strikes, bye-bye. I will definitely take that. So that's our first Pokemon. It's currently sitting with 6 kills and 1 death on the season, which is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really hoping that we can continue getting some really solid results with this thing and kind of show that it's maybe not as bad as some people think it is. Well, people don't think it's bad. They just think it's nowhere near as busted as Urshifu. Well, I guess we'll say we're trying to get closer to the tier that Urshifu Single Strike has, and I definitely feel like we're getting there. We're putting a lot of respect on this Pokemon's name, and I'm hoping that we can get that job done throughout the season. Our next Pokemon is going to be the Cinderace here. This Pokemon is incredible. I so wish I could be running Libero this week, but unfortunately I can only run Blaze, and that really sucks. But with Power Ball, Low Kick, Zen Headbutt, and Bulk Up with the Heavy Duty Boots, we actually demolish my opponent's entire team. I originally had U-Turn over Zen Headbutt. I changed it very last minute because I want to hit the Tentacruel a little bit better, because getting rid of that thing is very important for my team. I feel like it can be a bit of a problem, especially if it's running Liquid Ooze, because I am running Giga Drain and Leech Seed on my Roserade, so I have to be careful with that. But Powerball nukes my opponent's entire team, and Low Kick hits everything that it doesn't. With our speed, we outspeed a Raboot. I decided to go a bit faster with this Pokemon than going by outspeeding the Rillaboom or the Hawlucha, because I felt like just in case the Raboot comes, he's not really going to want to stay in and attack my Urshifu. Yeah, I get that it gets Libero, so it can actually change its typing, and I'll be hit super effectively by the Surging Strikes. I still need to make sure that we have this option just in case, because Cinderace is a lot more frail than Urshifu is. I just have to take that into consideration a lot more. With this spread, we actually take one Jolly High Horsepower from a neutral Rillaboom, or we take 2 Life Orb, Adamant, Grassy Glides from the Rillaboom in terrain. So that's very important. If he is Adamant, Life Orb, +2, we're good. We take the hit, fire back Powerball, bye-bye, and I will definitely take that. We also take any Adamant Hawlucha attack, and we take a Life Orb Psychic from a modest Hatterene. So this is a very important set. If I get up a Bulk Up, it's just incredible. It outspeeds his entire team. We'll definitely take a hit from the Rillaboom, especially not the Rillaboom, but the Hawlucha, especially if we get the Bulk Up, and we have a decent bit of HP. And then I don't want to get worn down by Toxic Spikes or Rocks, so that's why we have Heavy Duty Boots here. Our third Mon is going to be our Roserade here. This is a bit of a specially defensive option. It's a very unique and crazy EV spread that I'm really happy with at this point. It's just kind of wild. It's a bit of kind of everywhere. It honestly really is everywhere. The reason why I have 4 in my special defense with a positive nature there is because it actually benefits me a little bit more than by going a ton of EVs there and then going a modest nature. So I feel like that's kind of my option there. With this spread, with Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Leech Seed, and Synthesis, and originally I had Protect over Synthesis, but I don't want to get kind of destroyed by Liquid Ooze Tentacruel, so I went with this instead. But with this spread, we take a modest Life Orb Psychic or Mystical Fire from Hatterene, or a Life Orb Psychic from that same Hatterene, which is insane because we have a Payapa Berry. We also have speed for Adamant Rillaboom. If he's Jolly, he's going to be doing a lot less damage to us, which I'm fine with. Roserade also takes 2 max special attack Timid Ice Beams from Tentacruel, so if he's running a more offensive build, we take those hits pretty well, and we take 2 modest non-boosted Flash Cannons from Magnezone. Very strong set, very bulky, very offensive. It's a really good mixed bag here. It's going to be performing amazingly this matchup. I'm so excited to give it a shot this matchup, and I'm hoping that I can do a lot of work for us, because it honestly is really incredible, so I'm hoping that we can put in the work for it. And I believe this is the second week that's coming, but I'm bringing Payapa Berry. Hopefully it's the field this time. I don't think it hit the field last week, so there's that. Our next Mon is going to be our Emolga, making its 2nd consecutive appearance. This is insane, because I kind of just drafted this thing thinking, you know what, it'll be there for support. It's mostly there for a speed tier. Another electric immunity is nice. Another ground immunity is nice. No, this thing actually is very useful for my team. Having Nuzzle, Knockoff, U-Turn is absolutely phenomenal. And having Motor Drive as well, come on. This thing gets so many good options for my team. I'm really happy that we ended up picking it up. Yes, we lost out on Durant and on Haunter, but I mean, Emolga, it's great. It's really useful here, especially in a matchup against a Hawlucha, because it resists its dual stabs and forces it to run Stone Edge or Rock Slide. I don't even know if it gets Rock Slide, but it forces it to run like Stone Edge or something, which is amazing. With our Charty Berry, we actually take hits from the Hawlucha incredibly well. We take an Adamant +2 Stone Edge with our Charty Berry, or we take a +2 Sky Attack, which is incredible. And it's funny because Sky Attack at +2 actually does more damage to us than +2 Stone Edge does, which is insane to think about, but it is what it is. It actually has a chance to OHKO if we weren't running this much defense investment, which is crazy to think because, I mean, it's a lot, but Hawlucha doesn't have the most defense investments. With a Hearthstone, Tyranitar is a huge threat against us. It is a very threatening. It could even be Banded. If it is Banded, I actually don't take a Stone Edge, which is nuts. But if it is Hearthstone or Ice Rebel, anything that gets in the 1.2 times boost, we'll take the Stone Edge because of our Charty Berry. And we have speed for Adamant Rillaboom. Again, that's the benchmark we're trying to hit here. And we take 2 knockoffs. Sorry, we take a +2 knockoff from Adamant Rillaboom. That's what I want to say. And if we do end up losing our item, we can pretty much just paralyze that thing, roost, we're good to go. So I think we can pretty much beat that thing effectively. I'm running Motor Drive because of the Magnezone. I just want to have a little bit more of a check to it. I'm not running, I'm bringing my ground type in Mamoswine, but it doesn't have the greatest defensive matchup this week, and I really want to hit hard and be offensive, so having another electric immunity is really key here, and I like having Emolga on my team. for just putting in all the work, and honestly, it's already blown out my expectations, which is incredible. I'm hoping it can do the same this week. As our next Pokemon is going to end up being Copperajah. This Pokemon came week 1, and I lost. I'm really hoping that it does, a bit more work this time around. Basically, with this spread that we have, first off, we have Iron Head, Play Rough, High Horsepower, and Stealth Rock, and with the Chople Berry, we can take many, many hits. Our set takes a modest Life Orb Mystical Fire from Hatterene after rocks. We also take a +2 Adamant Hawlucha's Close Combat, and we take an Adamant +2 Life Orb Woodhammer, or 2 neutral Life Orb Woodhammers, of course. And we also take 2 Drain Punches without Chople Berry from a non-boosted Rillaboom. Obviously, we have our Chople Berry. It's not necessarily there for it. It's mostly there for the Hawlucha, just in case. And what else is there? Oh yeah, we 2 a KO, a max defense, max HP Tentacruel with its Black Sludge with High Horsepower. That's what the EVs for attack are there for, which is very, very important, I find. This set also, where is it? It takes a modest Specs T-Bolt from Magnezone after rocks, which is incredible. And we also take an Aura Sphere from a modest Clawitzer. If it's got any boosting item, we won't take it, and I imagine it has boosting item. And then the speed is there just in case he decides not to run a Trick Room Hatterene, and if he is going to run a Trick Room Hatterene, he probably wouldn't run any attack, any speed, it's just to make sure that in case he runs a non-Trick Room variant, I can kind of outspeed it a little bit. Copperajah's base 30 speed, Hatterene base 29, so it's a bit of give and take there, but it is what it is. I'm excited to use Copperajah once again. I was so excited to draft it, and I'm really hoping that I can put in a lot more work than it did in week 1. Our next Mon is going to be our final one, and that is going to be Mamoswine. Mamoswine is phenomenal in this matchup. All I need is a dual stab. I would absolutely love to run Knockoff or Stealth Rock on this Pokemon instead of on my Copperajah, but I need High Horsepower because of terrain, and if terrain isn't there or it's gone, I can free the Earthquake, and that's a lot more powerful, it's more accurate, so I felt like having both will be fine. I didn't really need to have anything else. I would have had Knockoff or Stealth Rock or, I guess, I don't know, Rock Slide maybe on this set, but that's pretty much it. No, Heavy Slam was something that I was thinking about. Heavy Slam would have been good for Hatterene, but High Horsepower is kind of what is needed here. With the Life Orb, we hit things incredibly hard. We are Adamant Nature with just under max attack, so, I mean, I would love to run it, but the bulk on this thing is pretty important because it is very important for some Life Orb calcs. With our speed, we outspeed Jolly T-Tar, and we take a modest Life Orb Psychic from Hatterene. With High Horsepower, we have that for terrain, and, oh, I forgot, I didn't even write it down, but basically these hits are important because it allows us to take, I think it's 1 or 2 hits after our Life Orb. So I think the Hatterene, the modest Life Orb Psychic from Hatterene, will actually take that hit and still live with our Life Orb, and that's phenomenal. So I definitely need that. I feel like it's very important to live that hit because we can get then a second hit off with either an Ice Shard for priority or another powerful Earthquake or Icicle Crash or High Horsepower. So I think it's a very strong set this week. I know it's been a longer team builder, and I appreciate you guys sticking around. There should have been a timestamp. I forgot to say that, but I've been doing that more often, so yeah, but it is what it is. Again, if you guys made it this far, make sure to leave a like on the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel, guys, and comment down below. I absolutely love when you guys comment. It's my favorite thing in the world, so I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and jump right into the... All right, everyone, we are back. And unfortunately, this is going to be future Matt for the first little bit here. I kind of messed up my audio. Luckily for me, looking at this, I actually predicted the 6 he's going to bring perfectly, being T-Tar, Rillaboom, Hawlucha, Hatterene, Dredagon, and Tentacruel. And the reason why I'm leading off here with my Copperajah is because it actually has a really good lead matchup against absolutely everything, hitting his entire roster that he brought at least for super effective damage except for the Rillaboom, and against that I can get really useful damage off on it. I live any one hit it wants to go for. If it's Bandit, if it's Life Orb, whatever the case may be, I will take a hit. So there is that. On the other hand though, Copperajah is pretty important, so I may want to keep this thing kind of healthy. It is a very scary mon for my opponent to deal with, so we'll see what he wants to do with that and how he decides to handle it. But looking at this, he leads off with his Rillaboom here, which is going to set up the grassy terrain as my Copperajah is my lead. And this is going to be good because, one, I can get information. I should be able to take any 2 hits from this thing as long as it's not banded or Life Orb or anything like that. So I'm okay with that, obviously. High Horsepower is going to be doing a bit of damage to me, a good chunk of damage to me, actually. But at this point, I'm just deciding, do I want to go for my rocks or do I want to go for a Play Rough? And I kind of actually go for a Play Rough here. Obviously, I'm still deciding on the screen, but I go for a Play Rough here, I believe, because I am fearing the incoming Dredagon to go for its own rocks, or to take the Iron Head, because I know that thing's going to be Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, very defensive, so I feel like that's my best bet here. So I'm actually going to go for the Play Rough. I'm really hesitating here. Iron Head, Play Rough, do I High Horsepower expecting the Tentacruel? That was like a one-time thought in my mind, but I decided, you know what, no, it's between the last 3 moves, Play Rough, Iron Head, Rocks. In hindsight, I would say I made a mistake and I should have gone for my Stealth Rocks here because High Horsepower comes out and he's going to do a shit ton of damage. And from that, I can find that he is 100% a choice band set. And I'm pretty sure he's actually an adamant band is what I said, which is good to note. And we do a good solid chunk of damage there with the player. If we would have done over half with the Iron Head, and that may come into play a bit later. So at this point, because I know he is choice band, I'm doing that calc right now just to guarantee that I know for sure he is choice band. I have a pretty free switch into my Emolga. Obviously, Emolga is immune, it's off the ground, which is amazing, and it gets access to U-turn, meaning whatever he goes into, after that, I'll be able to get a U-turn into and kind of play from there. And the bright side is, even if he decides to stay in and go for high horsepower, he would probably outspeed us unless he was adamant. And I think we found out that he was adamant. So if he had stayed and gone for high horsepower again, we would have had to take another one, which means we probably would have sacked off our Copperajah. But at this point, I'm going to switch into our Charty Berry Emolga, and we are going to be able to take the hit effortlessly, which is going to be amazing because we're not going to take any damage. Good news is momentum. In a game like this, we desperately need it. Looking at his team, it's extremely terrifying, so we want to have a way to kind of deal with that. And as you can see, he does stay in, go for the high horsepower. We do find out he is 100% banded. If he wasn't banded, he definitely would have gone for like a Wood Hammer, a knockoff, Grassy Glide, Drain Punch, whatever the case may be. But at this point, we get a free U-turn here, and I'm getting very, very close to the point where I start my live comm again. So again, I apologize for this being a post-comm for the first few minutes of this. I appreciate you guys' I guess patience for it, but he's going to switch out here, and he's going to actually go into the Druddigon, which is fantastic for me because that means I get an absolutely free switch in to my Mamoswine. And yeah, you guys are going to hear pretty much the rest of me in live time in about, I don't know, 2 seconds. Okay, so I apologize for that. It looks like I was recording with my headset mic and not my actual mic, so I'm sorry for that. But he brings in Druddigon. That's free switch into Mamo. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry for the shitty audio to begin with. I'll probably just be recording over that so you guys won't have heard it, but still, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, he's leftovers, looks like. And we know he's Rocky Helmet, or Rough Skin as well, excuse me. So I can go for a pretty free Icicle Crash here. If anything, he goes into Tentacruel. And I want to go for high horsepower here. I'm going to make the prediction and go for high horsepower. To be Ruppy, I got to play smart. I got to play well. So I'm going to go for it. We'll see if he wants to stay in. As he switches out, go Tentacruel. Come on. That's Tentacruel. I know it. Cash is high horsepower. Amazing. And it's gone. Just like that. That's incredible. That's you guys don't no idea how absolutely huge that is for the rest of my team. That's incredible. Because now I just click Icicle Crash. Every time Druddigon comes in or Hatterene comes in, Icicle Crash, Icicle Crash, Icicle Crash. Because we outspeed T-Tar. That was such an incredible turn. That's so big. I'm really happy I made that prediction. In comes Neopert. I want to switch out and go into my I want to go into Emolga here. I don't think it's wise, though. He'll likely go for a grass move. I am going to go into... or do I sack? I think I'm going to sack off my Copperajah. I'll find out what he wants to do. It's not really going to be useful for me the rest of this game. Rocks would have been nice, of course, but, I mean, it is what it is. And we did find out that he's banded, so that's very nice. And he's going to lock himself to which move? Probably Grassy Glide, I'd assume. As he does lock himself into Grassy Glide. Do we take this? We do not. Okay. So down goes Copperajah. Does nothing. Just a little bit of damage. Where is Copperajah? Where are you? There you are. Okay. So terrain is gone, which is nice. So it means he no longer has priority. And he's adamant. He's choice band adamant. I can go Cinderace and try and mess him up. Okay, let me do a calc here. If I go my Cinderace, or I'll go Mamoswine. I know he's choice band. He's adamant band on his Rillaboom. We don't take the hit. We definitely do not take the hit. And he outspeeds me. I think Cinderace is my play here. I can get a free bulk up off. What would he go into? I'm trying to think. Hatterene maybe? Druddigon? Or do I just go for a Pyro Ball straight up? Because he still has his... Yeah, he still has the Druddigon around. Cinderace against Druddigon. I assume he's going to be like max defensive. He has to be a max defenses. That's if he's specially defensive. It does that much. That's no. I don't know why the Calcon Showdown is specially defensive. I think Bold would be, or Impish would be a lot better. Yeah, we do nothing to it. We can burn it though with Power Ball. I think that's my play. Power Ball straight up. If I U-turn, I'd probably go for that, but it's okay. The reason I'd say I'd go for that is because the switch out is obvious, and in comes the Druddigon, right? That is the Druddigon for sure. So we'll see if we connect, and we'll see if we burn. Honestly, it's one or the other. So yeah, we do connect. Get to use the sick Power Ball animation for the first time this season, and that's solid damage. Nice. Nice. No burn, which sucks, but it is what it is. I definitely expect a potential Stealth Rock here. And yeah, no, I definitely expect Stealth Rock here. Oh, I should have gone to Rose Raid. That would have been a very free... that should have been my switching before. I should have gone to Rose Raid because it gives me a free Sludge Bomb against anything. And yeah, that's a miscalculation on my part, but it is what it is. So we switch out here. He goes into Rose... I go into Rose Raid, excuse me. And he goes for Glare. I'm fine with that because I have Natural Cure. So that's why kind of why I made the play going into Rose Raid in the first place. So it is what it is. I assume he might go for a rock here. His rocks here. I don't think he goes hard into the Hatterene. But I think Sludge Bomb is my play here anyways. I would like to go for a Leech Seed, but just in case Hatterene does come out, I have Sludge Bomb, which is going to do a shit ton of damage. And yeah, I'll definitely take that kind of damage. As we do get paralyzed, which is unfortunate. And he goes for Stealth Rocks. That's why you run Glare. That's why you run it. I'm disappointed. I'm obviously kind of annoyed at that, but that's literally why it's run. So I can't really do anything about that. We'll see what he wants to do, though. As I'm going to go for another Sludge Bomb here. And we should do a clean chunk of damage to absolutely everything. As we get paralyzed again. Oh my god. We'll see if we actually break through this time. Come on, I'm going to Synthesis here. I need to keep this thing healthy. So this gives me 2 chances to Synthesis here. As we do get it off, fantastic. And he has to go for another free Dragon Claw. Let's see. Another Dragon Claw comes out. It crits me. It does not crit me. Wow, thought it was a crit. Okay, I'm going to go for a Leech Seed here, and we'll see what happens. I got to break through twice. If I can break through twice, I think I'm in a good spot. I think I can kind of bring it back. As he doubles out, what does he go into? Empathy. That's the... You know, this is where the paralysis suck. And I get paralyzed anyways. God. Okay. Sludge Bomb anyways. Like, I don't know what to say about this. That's insane. That's insanity. As we connect this time. Amazing. We did nothing. That's AV. Psychic. Our Papa Berry will pop, so we're going to live this hit. We're not going to take it, the hit after rocks. So, yeah. Let's go for another Sludge Bomb here. We can go for another huge hit on the Hatterene, but I'll take it. We poison it at least, which is nice. And he KOs us with Psychic. So Rose Raid, which could have been absolutely amazing for us, gets fucked over by Paralysis. I'm so upset that we got... Those first 2 were really bad. They were really bad. And I don't know. It is what it is. I can go be Molden, click Knockoff. Urshifu can come out, but I don't know how much that's going to help me. Cinderace will reveal that I'm going to be... Yeah. Like, I want to go Mamo, because man, losing a Rose Raid is so big. Damn it. I'm so upset about that paralysis there. Those paralysis. Because absolutely, you have no idea how huge that is. I don't even know what to go into now. I could go Emolga and click Knockoff. I'll take Rocks. I kind of gotta do it. I think I gotta do it. Everything else I need the health around. I can't just let Rillaboom in for free. Especially at this point because, like, he's banded. Alright. Let's just go for Knockoff here. So we connect and we get rid of the Hatterene. Yeah, Assault Vest. That's what I thought. Shout out to Brain. He ran the... Brain brought the same set, the same Assault Vest set against me, which is nice. It's good to know. I still have a shot. I just got to make sure that I can get my... If I can get Mamoswine in, I think I have a really good chance here. In comes Dragon Zord. That's definitely T-Tar. As it is T-Tar here. Okay. Okay. Let's think. I can Nuzzle to paralyze it. Wow. I'm going to Nuzzle. I have to. I'm in such a bad spot. I don't think this game is very well. At least Scarf. Okay, so we're going to drop to this hit. Yeah. So he ends up being Scarf. That hurts. That really hurts, but I can try and go Urshifu here. I don't think I have a shot here. I think I have to go for multiple bulk ups. No, I'm going to go Mamoswine. The next time it comes in, I'm going to have to go for it. So, oh man. I already know it's going to be a loss here, and like those paralysis are going to be the biggest reason why, because not being able to keep my Roserade healthy or chip down the goddamn Drudagon is going to be the end of the world here. Earthquake is pretty free, but I don't want to go for it. I'm going to go for an Icicle Crash here. Or do I think it's better for me to Earthquake? What would he go into? Would he go into Rillaboom here? He would not. He wouldn't go into Hawlucha. If he goes into Drudagon, it's fine. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake here. As he Stone Edges, connects again. Jesus Christ. So Earthquake gets rid of the T-Tar for us, which is nice. Life Orb Mamo is so strong. It's so strong. I don't think I live the next hit from rocks. I might. Neopert comes out. This is a free, this is a very free Grassy Glide for him, but I don't really have a choice. I have to just Ice Shard here. Like, you know, on the off chance he decides to not go for it. So Ice Shard comes out. Yeah, Grassy Glide comes out. There. He is banded. Okay. I'm so upset about those paralysis. They were so huge. Okay, Choice Band. I know he's Adamant too, because he got the mineral for that. So if I go Cinderace, Grassy Glide is 48 to 57. I'm wondering if I place the bulk up here. Because I can't go Urshifu. I cannot. Rillaboom was such a huge problem for my team. I knew it was from the beginning. My grass resist goes down because of paralysis. And I could have switched out, but I was put into such a tough spot. I'm wondering if I just go for Pyro Ball. I have to go for Pyro Ball here. Because getting to +1 against the Drudagon is going to do nothing for me. He switches out. If I can get the burn on it, that'd be fantastic. Damn. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, guys and girls. No burn. I'm trying to think if it's smart for me to go for my bulk up here. Or do I try and go for the burn with... It depends. Do I go for the burn or do I go for the bulk up? Like this game started off so phenomenally with that high horsepower on the Tentacle, and it just changed drastically from that. God damn. I gotta go for it again. I gotta go for it again. I'm hoping for a burn right now. I'm just hoping for the burn. Nope. Stomping Tantrum. It's good damage. I got one last chance to go for the burn right here. And honestly, it doesn't really help me out if I get it. Actually, I think it might. It might. No, it doesn't, because Grassy Glide will just KO me anyways. Like, I knew Druddigon was going to be a problem, and I'm so just... Oh, my God. I'm going to keep bringing it up, because it was absolutely huge getting both of them, because that was 2 Sludge Bombs I would have gone off against it. Like, Rosalie's got 125 special attacks. Sludge Bomb's a strong move. It's stab. Let's just talk about how I landed 4 Power Balls, though. That's kind of impressive. Can we get the burn, though, please? Come on, isn't it 30% chance? It's only 10% chance. Holy shit, I thought it was more than that. Yeah, so this is the wrong play. I thought it was 30%. I should have been going for bulk up. God damn, man. 5 Powerballs in a row. I'm not going to land any more this season. We crit him there, which is cool. No, we're just in Blaze. That's what it is. With a combination of leftovers and terrain, how much does Urshifu do to this thing now? Druddigon, defensive. It's got max HP, max defense. I'm positive about that. Drain Punch is the most to it. 29 to 34. That's not going to be enough to KO. My play here, I think, has to be going for bulk up. I'm going to do it. As we bulk up, he can pretty freely glare here. As he Dragon Claws instead, I will take that. Because that doesn't do too much. He's only got the leftovers this turn. So at +1, we should be doing 44 to 52. He is in range. Drain Punch. Nice. So we cut it to a 2-0, it looks like. It's going to be... Oh, I have not been taking off my sprites, excuse me. So let's remove Druddigon. Let's remove Mamoswine and Cinderace. Or +1 defense, +1 attack. In comes Rillaboom. It's a roll. It's a roll in my favor. Oh, 168, maybe not. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits to get the KO on me. And I don't think Drain Punch doesn't KO anyways. So it is what it is. He Grassy Glides me. We got the roll, which is nice. Yeah. We don't have Aqua Jet either. And besides, yeah, I know. If we had Aqua Jet, we might have been able to bring it back, but no. So it's going to be a 2-0 loss. I'm disappointed. I think I should definitely played it not as well as I could have. I think going Cinderace instead of Roserade was a misplay. That turn where the terrain ended. Definitely a misplay. If I had gone into Roserade, I had a free Sludge Bomb against his entire team, or a free Leech Seed even, actually. But, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I won't say it. I can't not say it. The paralysis played a huge factor because I would be able to have a healthy Cinderace against the Druddigon, and that would have been absolutely huge. But it is what it is. I would have to resist to the Rillaboom. Yeah. So GG to Ruppy. He got this one. We're now 1-1 against each other, and what are you gonna do? All right, we fall to what we're now 1-2 with a -1 differential, I believe it is. Yeah, we're 1-2 with -1. So we've had a 2-0 win, or no, we're at neutral, I believe. We're 1-2 with a 0 differential. I can't really say much about that. I think the game would have gone a lot differently had I been smart with my moves, But I definitely made the right prediction turn 1. I think I outplayed him up until then. After that, I just kind of went downhill. And I got to get better at that. I always have strong moments, and I then kind of fall off a little bit. But that's what we're here for. We're here to learn. We're here to get better. And if you guys want to join me on that ride to improve at this game, to get better at building, playing, practicing, whatever the case may be, drafting, then subscribe to the channel. Make sure to go and check out Ruppy as well. He's a phenomenal player, really solid finisher in many different leagues. And yeah, Scarf Teeth was a good bring. I like that. It was nice. Getting a Nuzzle off it would have been cool. I could have gone a bulk up, which would have been fantastic. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, guys, if you did enjoy. If you guys have any suggestions for what I should have done better, I would love to hear. Comments are honestly the best possible thing for me, so I really appreciate those. And also, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys all next time.